Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Claire and why not stick around, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that jazz. Follow me on all my other socials which are linked in my description box, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So my brows are already done. If you've seen my recent Superdrug haul, then I got quite a few bits of affordable makeup, including the e.l.f. Mint Melt little £3 palette. So I'm going to give that a go today. I'm just loving this. Loving the green. Green I usually do struggle with as a colour, but we'll see what we can create. So my eyebrows are already done, and I use the NYX Fill and Fluff pencil. It's like a little triangle pencil. I don't know if you can see that there. I didn't purchase this in my Superdrug haul. I got this because it was one of the few things that I didn't get. I got this in a glossy box. It was either a glossy box or the glossy box advent calendar, and this is the first time I've used it. I'm actually loving it, so I'm just going to jump right into it. So I'm just going to finish prepping the base on my eyelids, and I'm using the PLouise. This is 05, this is the PLouise Base. I absolutely love these bases. I think they're so nice. Best thing to do with these is to pat them in rather than swipe them. But I think we're going to go for quite a light look today, so I'm probably going to give that a little blend afterwards. I'm not going to go like really ham with the product or anything like that. Just a little bit of it today. Because these are quite light colours, so I'm thinking like nice, quite just a light look. Something I've not done for a while, just a little, you know what I mean. I'm really not describing myself very well here, am I? And I know my eyes look really funky right now, but it will all work out in the end. And if it doesn't, it's only makeup, we can take it off. So I'm just going to sweep that under my eyes as well as a base. So what I think I'm going to do is, this palette is like 4 gorgeous greens, but I'm thinking the I Heart Revolution coffee bronzer that I purchased in Latte, it's got a little bit of plastic there. I took all these out the packaging and took all the plastic off them as well before I started filming, because if anybody's watching my previous videos, I hate nothing more than having to sit here and take plastic off shit. It just winds me up. So that's that there. So usually I do start with my crease, so I'm thinking of bobbing that very lightly through like a transition just to diffuse the green a little bit. So I'm going to pick these Peaches PC10, I'm just going to very lightly tap that in there and just ever slightly just blend that through the transition. Now I have been very keen on doing my like crease first, but I'm just going to do it this way today because I just feel like it, I'm being honest. That is a nice like crease colour. You could use that as like an everyday look, you know, if you're just going to work or something along those lines. See, I just want to use products that I've purchased from Superdrug today, my little haul, or things that I haven't shown you before. Okay, so that's a nice little transition. I think that might go well with the light greens, but we shall see. Oh my god, it's so hot today. Even the ice in my water's melted in like 2 minutes. Okay, so this little green palette here, I'm going to swatch these. There's only 4 of them, so I'm just going to do a little swatch. So we've got the darker green, we've got the like the minty green. I'm loving that colour, but I'm not sure how well it's going to show. We've got the lighter like silver green, and then we've got this bit more in there. Like, I like these shimmers, these are really nice. I'm not sure how well the lighter minty green is going to show, but we'll see, we'll give it a go. What will be, will be. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small brush, I'm going to take a PC22 brush, and I'm going to dip into that, always a lot of kickback there, that darker green, it's quite powdery, and I'm just going to kind of pat that on the outer portion of my eye and up into my crease. I've heard such good things about these little palettes, which is part of the reason I wanted to get them and just give them a try myself. You know, sometimes you just want to try yourself, don't you? And they would be ideal if you were like going away somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to take this Sigma brush and I'm just going to diffuse that kind of out towards the outer portion of my eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Aviva soft definer brush and I'm going to swirl that in the lighter green. There's a lot of kickback on that. Quite powdery, but we will see. And I'm just going to like blend those two together. I like that. That's really softened that other green up. And I didn't think that was going to show that much, but it really, really kind of has. Can you see it there? I don't think it's showing on camera, but it's so nice. It's super nice. It's really, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just throw that mint green all over your lid, throw wing liner on, I've done with it, and that would be like an amazing look as well. But this is, I'm just gonna bob it into that like transition colour also and just soften everything out. I just want to use all of the colours, all 4 colours today, because I just think they'll just make an amazing look. So I'm just gonna deepen that out slightly again, just on the very, very outer portion though. I'm just gonna wipe my brush up a little bit and just very, very lightly. If anyone can hear any children or anything playing, it's because all of my windows are open because it's still so hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more base, because I feel like I've lost it a little bit. I'm not going to do like a super cut crease or anything like that. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the base. I'm not going to be neat about it or anything. And then I'm going to take the green at the end, the really, really like sparkly green, and I think I'm going to add that to my inner corner. And I'm just going to, oh, look at that. That is nice. There's not a lot of fallout or anything. It's picking up quite a lot of product. Kind of loving that. And I'm just going to blend the dark green into that as well. But I do like that. I like that a lot. Bring it up to there. Oh, I like that. So I'm just going to, I'll probably take a flat brush with the lighter like silvery green there, and I'm going to just dig into that a little bit and just tap that into the outer corner there and just blend that. See, that has gone on so well with a brush. It's really, really nice. And these silvers, these glitters, shimmers, whatever you want to call them, sometimes I find with like some glitters that they can just be a bit chunky and a bit chalky, but these are not at all. These are so nice. I'm just going to do the other eye. But I am loving that right now, loving it. I am absolutely loving this green. This palette for £3, for £3, can I just say it again, it's £3, £3, and I got them on a 3 for 2 as well. I'm sure Elf was a 3 for 2, or Superdrug have loads of 3 for 2s, but I'm not sure I've seen a bad review of these little £4 palettes yet, which is just amazing in itself. Okay, so I'm just going to deepen up the outer portion again and just blend that into that shimmer slightly. So they are looking so nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably use these 2 colours on the lower lash line for now. So I'm going to take that little brush that I used and I'm going to go in with that deeper green, and I'm just going to kind of run it like close to my lash line there and see how we fare with that, and just run that into the outer portion of my eye as well. Whoop, thought it was going to go on the floor then. God, disaster. Liking that. So I've just been very, very light with it, and I'm going to use the lighter green to like blend it. Okay, so I'm going to take a bit of a fluffier brush and take some of the light green and just kind of blend that up and into the outer portion there. I have tidied up a little bit as well. Any like little bits of fallout or anything, although there wasn't a lot. So what I may do with this as well is take a pencil brush and just kind of do with the deeper green just the outer portion of the eye as well, if that makes sense, because I don't want the eyes to look closed. I think if I put the green all underneath my eyes, because I've got quite small eyes, would look very closed, but somebody else may get away with doing it right the way across. So I can't find a pencil brush, I'm just going to do it on a flat brush. And I'm just going to put that just on the outer portion there. Do you see what I mean? Just on the outer portion. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. See, I've got a friend who's got these big gorgeous brown eyes, and she could take it right the way across. Her eyes could take the green right the way across, whereas mine, I think I would just look like I've got my eyes closed. But I'm absolutely loving this look right now. I am really, really in love with it. But I'm going to step away from the eyeshadow, and I'm going to have some more water. Hydration, so good for you. I'm going to use a light eyeliner inside. So I did purchase 2 Makeup Revolution eyeliners. I purchased a black and like this creamy gold colour. So this is the black. Oh, that's nice though. That felt really soft and creamy, but I think that's not going to go with this look today. I'm going to use that probably in another one brand video or something like that. And this is like the creamy one. I'm running out of room on my hand here. I don't know if you can see that. I think that's definitely a go up for my waterline. So I'm just going to bob that in there. That took a little bit of going. It took a little, you know, it took a few goes, but it got there in the end, and I think it does look nice now, and it's got like a little shimmer to it, which I quite like. But I'm loving this green right now. I'm really, really loving it. I think it looks super nice. I'm not usually a green kind of gal, but yeah, loving it. Elf. I'm really, really pleased with this. Really pleased. Like Elf are bothered what I think. So I got my hands, my grubby little mitts on the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. Now I've heard everybody raving about this, and whenever I've gone in it's been sold out, because I do like to go in and take a look rather than order online. But I have been ordering online a lot anyway. So yes, I'm hoping that I'm going to curl my lashes and put this on, and I'm not going to need any false lashes today. I'm going to try this look with no false lashes. I know, shock horror. Me with no false lashes. And not even like little wispy ones. It's just, yeah, let's give it a go, because I have literally no eyelashes at all. So if this does what everybody says it does, then I'm going to be super impressed. So let's stop talking about it and just do it. So I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to do these one at a time as well, and see, so we can like see a comparison, so we can see, you know, the difference. It's very light, like spoolie. Oh, it doesn't smell bad either. And that is the spoolie right there. So let's give these a go, and little wiggle. Okay, what do we think? I definitely have got a decent lash now. I'm gonna give it another coat, but I do kind of like it, and the spoolie, it kind of bends. It's not stiff, so you can kind of bend it to where you need it to go a little bit. Like I always struggle getting these little bits here, and then like these little bits in the corner here. I'm just going to give them another coat now. I've literally just got mascara all over me, but I like that. It's not as dramatic as I was hoping it was going to be, but you know, mascara can't perform miracles. But if you look at the comparison, you can definitely see a difference, and it is still a little bit wet, the mascara as well. So I may even give it another coat, but I don't want it to go clumpy. But yeah, I think that looks nice, and for a nice like simple subtle look, I think that would look brilliant without any lashes. So that is the mascara done. I'm not going to put any lashes on today. Could I? Yes, I could. And I think the eyes would definitely benefit from that. But I mean, this isn't a sort of look for most people, but I just thought I would give the mascara a go. It's definitely giving me some extra lashes, but if I was going for a really, really dramatic look, and I could use this and incorporate it with some false lashes as well, it is really, really good. I think it's only like £9. Is it what everyone's hyped it up to be? It's good. It's not the dream product I thought it was going to be, if you know what I mean, but it is worth the money, because it's only £9, which is quite affordable. So primer, I picked up 3 little minis from Elf, and I'm going to use the matte putty primer today, because I'm going to try out, and this has been in my new in drawer for ages, and I've talked about it in a few videos that I need to use it and I haven't done, is the MUA Pro Base Longwear Matte Finish Foundation. So I'm going to use the matte primer with the matte foundation, which makes sense. But I have also got to try in some other videos the Luminous Putty Primer and the Poreless Putty Primer. So that's what I like about these little minis. I can give them a go without buying the whole product, if that makes sense, like the full size product, just because, you know, I might not like it. So I'm going to give this a go. Obviously they are putties. Just want to rub my finger in that. So it's like melting with the heat of my finger. And I'm just gonna, like, that feels nice. I'm gonna dig in so I can get a little bit more product. One thing that I kind of think that maybe you could use while doing this is just like a little spoolie to dig it out if you've got a smaller pot like that. But that feels really nice. It smells quite nice too. Okay, so that is the putty primer, or the matte putty primer. I mean, it's nice, it feels nice on the skin, doesn't feel really, really heavy or anything like that. It's not like got rid of any redness or any pores or anything like that, which like the green primer would do. But yeah, well, it's nice. Nothing more to say about that, it's nice. So I'm going to use my PC19 Peaches and Cream brush, and it comes with a little like spool, I think, a little bit like the Wet n Wild foundation, the photo finish one. This is the Pro Base Longwear Matte Foundation, Matte Finish Foundation, and it says full coverage, long wear formula with a matte finish, blends easily for shine control that lasts all day. And I know luminous skin is the in thing at the moment, and I like both a matte finish and I like a luminous finish. But with it being so hot, I do like to be a little bit more matte to start the day, because if I do get a little bit shiny, I don't have greasy skin, it just looks like I've got a bit of a luminous finish. This is definitely like a sheer coverage. I mean, I didn't go mad with the finish, with the product there, putting loads on, but it's not a heavy finish. It's definitely not a heavy finish, which might go well with the look that we're going for today. But I may put another layer on. Let's get that up into the hairline there. Move my hoops out the way. I've got foundation all over them. Yeah, I feel like it's not like covered the redness that I have here. I think this was £5 something from Beauty Bay. This wasn't part of my Superdrug haul. It's just that I've had it in my drawer for so long that I needed to use it. I didn't need to use it, I wanted to use it. And a full face of affordable first impressions. It's just the ticket. So that's a nice finish. It's like a nice everyday finish. It's not a full coverage by any means, but it's covered what I need it to on a nice day where you were just going to go out and you want like a nice light finish. It's definitely not a no makeup. It's not my skin, but better. It's a good colour match. I feel like it is sinking into fine lines a little bit, but I've not powdered it down yet, so we will see. The concealer that I bought from Superdrug was a I Heart Revolution Heartbreaker concealer with coconut extract and vitamins C, E, A, B3 and B5. So wow, we've got all the vitamins in there. So I'm just going to give this a little go. This is a very light cover. I'm not just sure it's going to look a bit weird with the foundation. Oh my god, it's a heart! The spooler is a heart. Can we see that? There we go. How cute! I'm not sure how that's going to be when I'm applying it, but it's cute. It might all go to crap when I apply it because it's a heart, but it is very lightweight. I feel like I really have to put the spoolie in. See, that heart's a bit draggy. I'm just going to pat it in a little bit there, and I'm going to take my fluffy brush and I'm just going to fluff that a little bit. My concealer's covering nothing. Let me put it on my hand and see if I can get it on with the concealer brush. It smells a little bit cheap makeup here. Do you know what I mean? Try and pat it with my finger. I feel like it's covering nothing. I mean, that's not got anything on it, and that's got I feel like I've still got big bags under my eyes. Definitely gone on better with a little brush. Whether it's the spoolie applicator, I don't know. We'll have to see if it creases, because there's definitely not a lot of product on there. It's like quite hard to get out of. Here, it's got like a little hole in there. I know they've all got holes, but it's tight, and then it pulls off excess product for you. But I would sooner get the excess product off myself, because then I know how much I'm getting. It's okay. What about it again? Looking at the finish here, no. But we'll have to see how it wears. It may wear fabulously. Okay, so someone's got the lawnmower going now, just to ruin my life. Probably not just to ruin my life, to mow the grass, but I feel like it's ruining my life. I'm just going to use the excess little bits that I've got on my hand. I feel like the foundation is oxidising quite a lot now as well, which is making my under eyes look super light. So I'm just going to blend that kind of like that with some excess foundation that's still on the brush. The foundation's okay, it's just oxidised quite a lot. I'm going to set it now though. So recently I did pick up Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in translucent. I didn't get this in my Superdrug haul, but I did purchase it from Superdrug along with some other 3 for 2s because I went in again after I filmed my video and couldn't resist. I got this, and I also got the NYX Born to Glow foundation, but I wanted to use the MUA one first because I've had it for too long. And the Flawless Concealer by B. And so anyway, the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, I have the shade 105 in this, and I picked this up because I love my matte and poreless foundation. I love my powder, my matte and poreless powder, the Fit Me range. So I thought I'd give the translucent a go, and I've been using it for a few days. So this is kind of a first impression, but I have used it, the same with like the eyebrow stick, and I've got to say I absolutely love it. It's really, that's proper and really. It's really kept my oils at bay when it's been really, really hot, and this is like $5.99 or something like that. It is amazing. The foundation is so good as well. I have the foundation in shade 105, and I have the powder in 105, and I now have the translucent powder as well. That has made that foundation look so much nicer. It is a matte finish, but it's made it look good. Really, really good. I'm just gonna lightly do like my under eyes with this. I'm not liking that concealer at all, not one little bit. Okay, step away from the powder, Claire. I think there's enough on there. So I'm just gonna do the mascara on my under eyes now that I've powdered. I also find that works better for me. Okay, so bottom lashes are done. That mascara worked just as well on the bottom lashes as it did on the top. It has actually made me look like I've got a lash. The one thing I will say is though, because the spoolie that's with it kind of like bends, it was a little bit awkward in the sense that if you put a bit of pressure on, you felt like it was going to go all over your face. But that's my kind of one criticism with that. That is still a lovely mascara. So, cheeks. I'm going to use the Coffee Bronzer Latte, which I used as like a transition colour. This is an I Heart Revolution, and this was nice when I used it as a transition, but I'm going to use it on my face. We're going to see what happens there. So I'm going to use a PC15 like fluffy brush, and I'm just going to give that a twirl. So when I go in on that, now that's got a lot of powder and kickback, and I'm just going to very lightly like bronze and then blend just a little bit. It's quite nice though, it's going on nice, it's not like dragging or anything. I'm just going to pat around my forehead and into like my hairline. So that's quite nice. You can see like the half of the face that I've done. That is quite nice. Let's do my jawline. I am loving this look. I feel like I look so bright and nice. I'm still not convinced on the foundation. It's nice, it's okay, you know. Okay, so blusher, again I picked up a little e.l.f. palette, and I think this was £3 as well. Let me check. Yeah, this was £3. This was actually £4. I've been saying it's £3, but it's £4, but I'd still pay £4 for it. So, blusher. So these are the colours right here. These are like the lightest ones that they had in the store at the time. The blusher I think will do. The highlight I think maybe a little bit dark for me. I'm just going to swatch them both. That is the highlighter and that is the blusher. The blusher looks amazing. The highlight is amazing. I'm just not sure if it's just a little bit dark for my skin tone. So what I may do is I may pop that like just as a pop of colour in the inner corner. I think that might look really, really nice. And I'll pull out a more affordable like highlighter, probably one that I've had for a while. I'm going to take this Beauty Bay Glow Up and I'm getting into that blusher. There's no real powder or kickback or anything on that, so I'm just going to pat that on the apples of my cheeks and work it upwards. I've had to dig in a little bit, but I'm getting a little bit of pigment now. I'm just going to bring that up into my cheekbones just to try and lift my face a little bit. But no, liking that. That is nice. For £3. I'm right on this price. £3. It's £3. Which I think for a blush and a highlighter is amazing. Like I said, the highlighter is not generally my colour, but I can still use it. I can still use it on my lid. I'm going to go over the bronzer again just on my cheekbones. I always do when I've put my blusher on because sometimes I feel like it can disappear. So highlighter, I'm just going to take this Revolution blush and highlighter palette that I've had for the absolute longest time. And I'm going to grab this Morphe like blending brush, and I think I'm going to go in with like this like pearlescent one. And I'm just going to highlight. So I love this highlighter and I don't know why I don't use this palette more, because it's got some gorgeous blushes in it as well as highlighters. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit more blush because I just love it. I just love blush. And just do that from the apples of the cheeks and work upwards. I always try to work upwards, and you notice how I'm like tapping before I even go into blend, because sometimes you can just tap away and not even need to blend anything. And I'm going to go back in with the bronzer and I'm going to tap into the palette, the thing, and just slightly deepen that up just so it's not lost. So I'm going to use, I didn't get a setting spray, but I'm going to use my PS from Primark, which is a Prep and Perfect Priming Infuse Instantly Hydrating Priming Spray, and it's infused with hyaluronic acid and coconut oil, and this is £3, and it is just like the MAC Prep and Prime, and it smells amazing. It smells so good. But I'm still don't like the concealer. The foundation is okay, it's growing on me, but I don't like that concealer one little bit. No. So I did pick up 2 lip products. I picked up a Maybelline Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid. And that, if you remember the haul video, I will link it down below, but I unwrapped this so we could take a little look, and it's still full of the sticky crap that I hate. And this like ink crayon, a Superstay ink crayon, and I don't know which one to go for, because I think that in contrast with that may look okay, but then that would look really good as well. I think I might go for the gloss, you know, because I think that would just look really nice with this eye. I'm just loving this, so I can't wait to try this on something. Really need to try it. But I think I'm going to go for the gloss, but I'm also going to wipe it off my hand before it ends up everywhere. So I'm just going to grab a lip liner that I think the gloss will go with and probably put that all over my lips. Okay, so I've picked up Essence Melt Your Heart, which is like a reddy brown. I'm just going to line the lips with that. I think it's a reddy brown, it looks really pink. Our lips are so dry. So that is the lips done. I'm just going to put the gloss over the top. Oh, that goes so nice together. I feel like I'm sat on the edge of my seat just waiting for this gloss. I mean, the gloss has got a nice colour, so you wouldn't even need a lip liner all over. I just wanted to add that bit of colour, that extra bit of colour. I like that. It's a really nice like corally pink. Like I've got lip gloss everywhere though. Yeah, I feel like that colour goes really well with the eyes. I feel like the matte orange, this is called Laugh Louder, love that, is amazing, but I don't think it would have looked right with this green eye look. This does though. So guys, I've set the face and I realised I've not put anything in my inner corner, so I'm going to do that. And I put my lips on, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to take this flat brush and I'm going to take this gold from this e.l.f. palette, and I'm just going to bob that on there. See, I think the bronze looks really nice with the green. It looks so nice, that. And I do feel like I need something on my brow bone. So I'm going to wipe that off. And I'm going to get a little bit of the lightest highlighter from in here, which I think is that one. And just lightly do my brow bone there. Just because I feel like it looks like base. So this is the finished product. I'm kind of loving it. I'm not usually a fan of green eyeshadow, but this, super worth the £4. I've been saying it's £3 all the way through the video, but it's £4. But yeah, absolutely loving it. Even this colour, I've danged it with my nail. This light green here showed on the lid. It's kind of mused into some of the other colours now, but the fact that it did show and it could hold its own with the dark green and the shimmers says a lot for it. You could throw that all over the lid, throw a wing liner on, as I've already said, and you're good to go. You're out. This for £3 I really liked. The highlighter really isn't my colour, which I knew when I bought it. I just wanted the blusher, but £3 for a blusher on its own is amazing. Bobbed it on the inner corner. Loved it, loved it, loved it. The putty primer felt really nice. The matte one, I will try the others at some point. Loved the lips. Loved the mascara. This was really good. I've not even got lashes on, which I always wear lashes. I don't think it makes me look like I've got false lashes, but it makes me look like I've got a lash, which for someone like me, when I don't have a lot of lash, I don't have a lot of brow and I don't have a lot of lash, really does make the difference. I think it's framed my eyes really well. I'm really loving it. I'm super in love with this, as I am these as well. The lip gloss I thought was so nice. It's just all the plastic they put on the outside, and this is sticky now, and I'm going to have to go to town on it if I want to get the sticky off and have it out on my shelves. Other than that, it's going to have to go in a drawer, and crap's going to continue to stick to it because it's got sticky on it. So I do hate that, but that's not the product's fault. That's the manufacturer's fault, or Maybelline's fault for doing that. So everybody stop putting plastic all over your products. It drives me crackers, it really does. The foundation. This wasn't part of my Superdrug haul. It was okay. It was an okay foundation. It's not going to set the world on fire. It's matte, like it says. It is starting to set in some fine lines here. I say they're fine, they're not that fine. Into lines here and here. It oxidised a little bit, so I did pick a relatively light colour. I picked 140. It did match me, but it did oxidise a little bit, but not too much so that I wouldn't use it again. I just make sure I've got more of a tan when I do use it. Now I know that it does oxidise a bit, but it was only £5 something, so it was okay. It was okay. That's all I'm going to say about it. It was okay. How many times can I say that? It was okay. The bronzer I really did like. That was, I'll put the prices for everything down below, but that was super nice. It was a bit powdery in the pan, but once on the face it blended well. It looks nice. For the price point, it will make a super nice everyday like bronzer, and I just love the packaging as well. I mean, it's all rubbery as well. And it's a bit plasticky, but it's gimmicky, and I just like it. That I like the fact that it looks like a latte. Primer, loved. It was okay. I'm gonna need to get Miss Booley to dig things out of it, but it was fine. I will try it with other foundations as well to see what it is like with other foundations, more high-end foundations that I've got, more drugstore foundations that I've got, middle of the range. The concealer, it's crap. Hated it. It's creased. I hate the spoolie. The spoolie is just it's cute. I love the fact that it's cute, but it is not practical. That's it again there. I can't even do that. I can't even function. I mean, you just put a doll foot on there. The lid is already a heart. It's creased. It's made me look like I'm old. I just don't like it. It's rubbish. £4. It's an okay price point, but I think there's better concealers out there for £4, and if you're working on a budget then you would be disappointed in that. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But the rest of the look I absolutely love. I think it looks super nice. I'm absolutely loving it. And I hope you guys liked it too, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial review type video. If you did, bob a comment down below, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I am growing slowly but surely, but I'd like to get a few more subscribers, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.